Ernesto about to get down, real slick, man. I hope the kids ain't around. It's funny.
What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in once again. We are back checking these buttons. It is HT all day. Have a good one. Have a good one. All right, ladies, and to the gents, as you know, we had a huge announcement, probably the biggest one so far. A lot of people agree for Street Fighter V up to date this last weekend. We had Champion Edition that was just announced, right? Not only that, but Gil was announced, and now we have a promise of another character before the year is out. I believe at, at Capcom Cup. A lot of people are thinking it's another boss character. Any way you slice it, it seems like Capcom is actually listening to the people. Maybe not even that, but they're just stepping up their game, period. Now, in saying that, I will say most of the feedback, most of the responses have seemed pretty hype. You know, a lot of people are like, yo, maybe this is exactly what Street Fighter V needed. You know, Street Fighter 6 doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon, so the fact that they're doing this, you know, gives us a little hope. But of course, on that other side of the fence, you know there's another side of the fence. There always is. There's people with some concerns, and I don't blame them, man, because up to date, I would say it's been lackluster, to say the least. We've been disappointed. A lot of people were thinking that SF5 was at the end of the road. It's kind of dying down, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, people, you know, we have a tendency not to get our hopes up too high. Even when we see stuff like this, we're like, yo, this is cool, but some people are like, is this gonna be enough? So this one right here picks up with Javits when they talk about the new V skill system right here for Ken anyway. He says they gave Ken his CVS2 drop kick, tags everybody, and then Chris T actually responds. And Chris responds saying, I'm curious how this will be used because his crush counter V skill is crucial for Ken, so if he doesn't get significant buffs, LOL, this V skill will probably be useless. And then Chris adds to that, pretty much this is a popular opinion that I've been hearing a lot lately, saying the game doesn't need more characters, in my opinion, to spice it up. Balance changes and most important, system changes, can I get an amen, would make me happy, but it wouldn't happen until Street Fighter 6. Then L.I. Joe actually responds saying, this is kind of how I feel. I don't necessarily hate Street Fighter 5, but a new character will only make me play it for 2 days unless I fall in love with them. A new balance patch would make me way more invested in the game once again. So of course you have two things happening. One, you have a community that's been let down a lot, to say the least, and they're like, yo, we want to hope for the best, especially since we've seen this new release, and we want to be like, yo, maybe this and that is going to happen, but because of the past, we're not really going to get our hopes up, and we're pretty much just going to keep them low at this point. On the other hand, you have a lot of people that seem revitalized, that seem that they have a new light because they see this Champion Edition, and even though there's new moves and we don't really know what they do, they're like, yo, at least it's something. At least they're finally giving us and showing us something that the game is changing even a little bit. And ladies and gentlemen, on to this next topic. This one pissed off a lot of people at the NA regionals or finals this last weekend. A lot of people, now check it out, a lot of you didn't even recognize it because first of all, they necessarily didn't say it. Like the commentators weren't actually saying it. It was more so them just showing it on the screen. It was like a subtle drop. Now, do you remember we had that debate a long time ago? Maybe not a long time ago. I want to say it was either last year or the end of last year or the beginning of this year. We talked about the terminology from, you know, the traditional losers bracket, winners bracket to losers bracket to, of course, winners bracket. You know, what the fuck did I just say? What I was trying to say is everybody know, like, since the beginning of time, it's always been the terminology when it comes to tournaments. It's always been losers bracket and is winners bracket. But then there was a discussion, a debate within the last several months where people were like, you know, I think it's a little too harsh. We should rename losers bracket lowers bracket, guys. Why don't we do that? Matter of fact, we have a video when we originally talked about this. I'll post the link in the description below. I even think it was Ed Boon. Wasn't it Ed Boon that said something like that? Like, hey guys, why don't we call it lowers bracket? Saying, hey guys, let's drop the name losers bracket and use the most positive name lower bracket. Hashtag it ain't over till it's over. And this is why I'm proud of the FGC, right? Because usually you always just see, like, for lack of a better term, dick riders, right? People that are white nice, people that are yes men. They're always just so quick to agree, right? Especially like in social media. But not in this case because people spoke up really quick, and I'm proud of my boys because like, no, Ed, no, Ed, we love you. We love you. Hey, you're a god, Ed. Thank you for MK11 and all that you do for the community. But this right here, baby, no. So after that, it actually kind of died down. Nobody really talked about it. It wasn't really mentioned in tournaments or anything like that. But in one of the biggest tournaments of the year for Street Fighter, just this last weekend, they had lowers bracket on the screen basically through the whole tournament, and a lot of people are like catching it, screenshots, and everybody saying like, lowers bracket is the worst mid-season patch for Street Fighter V Season 4. A lot of people were like, yo, challenging them like, yo, it's called losers bracket for a reason. What the hell are you trying to do with this? And notably, the commentators never said, to my knowledge, I was talking to Dirty Low as well, they never said lower bracket. They still said losers bracket, but on screen, they showed lower bracket. So people are like, what? So I don't know, man. That's a big debate. That's definitely a hot topic. Let me know what you think. Do you think it was just a slip up? Do you think, I don't know how it could be a slip up, but do you think they're just testing it and it's not something that's going to last? Or is it something that they're really going towards and they're just testing the waters because come, 2000, or not 2000, but yeah, 2020 or LOL Fighters or whatever, Street Fighter 6 or whatever, just in the future period, we're going to be lowers bracket. But like I always say, once again, that is my opinion. What is yours? Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but definitely Thursday. I don't know. We're cooking up a very hot story that just happened over the weekend as well. We got a lot coming your way. Thank you. Love you guys forever. See you soon. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe. Hey guys, let's drop the name losers bracket and use the most positive name lower bracket. Hashtag it ain't over till it's over.
I try to make sure that my students understand that I see them. And each child comes in one at a time, and I shake her or his hand, give them a touch on the shoulder, and wish them a good morning.
This is #1 bullshit.